Opportunity. One of the things we're doing on my pickleball project is we're building on a community for pickleball fanatics, and I've got this site set up right now. Again, community site. I've got it set up with a whole place for a members list of players, and then I've got it set up so that I also have a place for businesses that are related to pickleball. And the idea was to kind of have them mixed together and monetize the business side and let the players go for free. But I'm trying to really organize which way people kind of view the members and figure out our members' businesses, our businesses' members as well. And it's a little bit difficult. So here's what happened. I've been thinking about using something called profile types in Buddy Boss, and that allows me to basically create different types of profiles. So I was thinking about what are the profiles that we would have for players? Well, probably going to have professional players, probably going to have regular players. There may be people who are just interested and not playing. There may be coaches and trainers. So these are the kind of profiles of people that would be members, but some of those members might be businesses. So there's other things that happen in pickleball. For example, there's travel and tourism, there's coaching, there's courts, there's equipment, there's clubs, there's associations, there's all sorts of different kind of businesses. And how do you keep these separated? And do you want to have them all show up as members as well as businesses? And I'm not really sure which way I'm going to do it right now, because the thing is, if I start this now, it's like you can't be half pregnant. I've got the mobile app that's running. I want to make sure that if we start building the app out, we start doing live builds of the app. I don't want to go change it halfway through. I don't want to do all the materials for setting up the app and the site based on one approach and then have to change it later. So I'm going to have to make a decision, and I'm not really sure which one to do. Here's what I'm leaning at. Let's see what happens. The first one is I'm going to leave the members as relating specifically to people. So the members are going to be, first of all, are you a player? Are you an amateur player or a professional player? That's the first part. Second part is, are you a coach or a trainer or someone that is involved in training individual players, but you are an individual? And the other one is just people who are basically fans or interested in not necessarily playing. So I'm going to set that up as the main profile to start off with, and I'm going to keep it focused on that in the short term. The thing that's interesting is, for me, is the reason I'm only doing that to start is because I can introduce the business ones later, and I can add them to the personal profiles if that makes sense at that time, or I can put them in a separate plugin, which we're using for business profiles in Buddy Boss, and keep the business ones separate and add those a little bit later. So not really sure what to do. Going to start with what I'm figuring out here, just chatting about, and we'll see what happens. If you have any other suggestions on what might be a better way to do create profiles or profile types, please let me know. You know, there's all sorts of different people involved in pickleball, whether it's fans or enthusiasts, vendors and brands, pros, professionals, coaches, consultants, people involved in trips and travel, the actual places where you play. There's just a lot going on. So it's going to be really interesting trying to get this in a spot or a place that it's easily understandable for not only people playing, but people who want to speak to the people who are playing. So pay attention, see what happens, and try it out. It's mypickleballfriends.com. This is James from teachonline.io and trainingsites.io. Take care. We'll be back with some more, questions, tips, trips, everything to do with building your own training site and playing around online.